Welcome again to Entrepreneurs at Fuego. You got me all riled up now.
I'm so sorry.
We're documenting the journey of entrepreneurs, one digital footprint at a time. With me, I have the privilege. Are you still an Alliancer?
I am an Alliancer.
All right.
Yeah,
well, then we'll bring Alliance into this fold. But with me, I have Rebecca Rose,
yes,
a freelance stylist.
Freelance stylist. So,
explain to us what you do.
Okay, my journey began as a registered nurse. So I went to nursing school. I was very content helping people, and then kind of, I think as I got older, just kind of my skills, I realized what my strengths were. I just didn't see myself in the hospital anymore.
So wait a minute. So you're wearing scrubs at the hospital?
I was wearing scrubs at the hospital, but I looked trendy. I was a very trendy nurse. But I've always loved fashion. That's always kind of been.
Yeah.
I'm a girly girl. In middle school, would tape up magazine pictures of what the celebrities are wearing and wrote down my outfits so I didn't wear the same thing twice. So that's always been my hobby. So as nursing kind of ran its course,
yeah.
I got into sales. So I was doing stem cell sales, which had me.
What is this?
Stem cell sales, like for back surgeries,
Oh,
medical
really?
sales.
Wow. This is the first time that I've heard somebody that has been in that type of.
Okay.
But anyway, all
yeah,
right,
that's
so
a whole different.
That's
a whole new
Wow.
ball game. So
all right.
So then I was like, wow, I'm really good at sales, and I didn't know that I was good at sales.
What made you good?
I talk to everybody. I love to hear everybody's story. I think as a nurse, you become a really good salesperson. Yeah, you're a good listener, and in today's day and age, you're selling the hospital experience to your patient. So you really have to be a salesperson for that hospital. You can go anywhere to get your health care.
So you find out that you have this skill, that you can tell a story, that you're a good listener, and so how did you develop from there?
So I met a lady who was selling men's custom clothing, and I said, I want to do this. All I do is go around the country, and I talk to men at airports. I talk to men in hotel bars. I was a traveling stem cell salesperson. But I also could sell clothes, so I learned the trade. I learned how to take custom measurements. Became well versed with the Italian fabrics of this line, and so when I was having conversations at airports, on airplanes with businessmen all over the country, I started selling them suits and custom shirts, and so I ended up with this base of clientele all over the country, and then was able to leave nursing to do this full time, which is a lot more fun.
So wait a minute. So you look at who's your typical client? Let me start there. Who's your typical client? Because then, we men think, I'm just going to put a little T-shirt and I'm done.
Yeah.
But it's more than that, right?
I have two types of guys I target: guys who want help and they know they need help and they want help, and then men who are already put together, who probably already are shopping at your Brooks Brothers and your higher-end stores. Yeah. So they're easy. They already know that they like nice clothing. They want a good value. I come to your office to measure you. I bring all the fabrics in. So they're busy. They're traveling. They don't have time to go to the store. They don't want to try a lot of things on. They know my shirt's going to fit because I have their measurements. So it's a great service. And then the other type of client might be a guy like, you have a T-shirt, jeans on. I say, oh, well, hey, this is a great outfit.
We're doing this.
But maybe, like, if you're going to go to happy hour tonight, meet a nice lady out, maybe we throw a blazer on. Oh, now that's an outfit. See, then
what's my size right here?
Well, this is too big for you. This is made for a 6'5" guy.
I am 6 foot.
Yeah, you are.
Guy. but anyway,
but I would have your measurements.
Yes.
So when I came to deliver your sports coat or whatever, it would fit perfect. And you'll notice, you get to choose the lining on the inside of the clothing.
So this is all tailor-made?
It's all custom.
You gotta be kidding
all
me.
Made to measure. You pick your buttons. We can do different color stitching on the buttons.
So all right. So now you take the measurements. Where do you send this?
I put the measurements in a computer system, and they're sent to Portugal, and that's where the suits are sewn.
Of all places in the world,
In Portugal. So it's
so
interesting.
why Portugal? Why not Singapore? Where
Well, I mean, you want to be really, and this is something that's come to my attention kind of in fashion. You want to be really careful about where your clothes are made. There's a lot of childhood labor out there. You know, if you're getting your clothes too cheap, they're probably being made, you know, for people who are working in very poor conditions. I don't know. It's kind of
so you vet the manufacturers, which is great.
right. Yeah, and I like, you know, at more on the corporate level of the line. I use. They're doing pop-in visits to all these places where the clothes are made to make sure the manufacturers are treating their laborers with respect and good working conditions and things like that.
So wait a minute. So let's go back a little
Okay.
bit. So you're in bars and places, and you're looking at men. You're selling the. So at what point in time did you decide? Well, I just don't want to be in the medical field anymore, and I just want to do these fashion things as a full-time basis.
I probably knew I knew I was unhappy in the hospital environment full time, probably for about a year, and then I about 6 months ago just got brave and I was like, okay, like no playing around anymore. This is what I want to do. Like, let's hit it hard. I'm going to put all my effort and energy into it. And in about 4 months, I was able to meet my nursing income doing this. So
take me to that moment though, because it's scary, right? I mean, it's got to be. I mean, there was something. Was there something that triggered it?
Yes, there was this vacation I wanted to go on. So it was go take another, sign another 3-month nurse contract as a travel nurse,
right.
And or go to St. Bart's for this wedding. And I said, I'm going to St. Bart's.
Dude, that's an easy decision.
And so I sat there on the beach like, what am I going to do when I get back? What have I done? And so I got out my, like my little black book, as they call it, and I just started calling everybody, making appointments, setting those appointments. I started talking to all my girlfriends. I have a best girlfriend who owns a hair salon in Old Town, and she has male clients, so she partnered up with me. I have a girlfriend in Nashville who's a wedding photographer that partnered up with me. So we've been able to really grow this idea, this concept. The modern man is the concept quickly. So
when we think about me as a man, when I think about I'm going to have a personal stylist.
Yes.
The first thought that comes to mind is
expensive.
Expensive.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. I mean, this is just going to be way too expensive. I'd rather go down to Macy's or heck, forget Macy's. That's really too expensive
Ross.
still. I'm going to go to Ross.
Yeah. Ross is great for guys who can wear off the rack stuff.
Right.
So a lot of when you think personal stylist, people do think expensive, and it's really not. In fact, there's only it's kind of like I have to almost re-educate my clients because there's only so many Italian fabric mills in Italy. Okay, there's only so many places to buy these high-end fabrics from.
Right.
So Armani and Brooks Brothers and Versace, everybody's getting their fabrics from the same mills. Armani is sewn in Portugal, just like J. Holborn brand is sewn, but you don't. I don't have storefronts. I don't have marketing campaigns. I spend about $25 a month on marketing. It's all word of mouth, Facebook, Instagram. So we're able to keep our costs down that way.
So what you bring in to the table is all right. So you're going to bring in the convenience, of course.
Convenience.
And this is not more expensive than.
It's less expensive. It's the same quality clothing, if not better, because it's made to fit you.
Right.
So
that makes sense.
it fits, same quality. It's cheaper and it's convenient.
Yes.
So it's a win-win. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't use it.
And all right, so I think that from a marketing point of view, though, the message is, look, you should plan your wardrobe, if you will, much like you plan
dinner,
business or dinner or
yeah.
Because then you're gonna not only look good, you're gonna feel good, and you're not gonna spend more than you would otherwise buying the same.
And I think a lot of guys, they're like, oh, I have a wedding coming up. I Or, I know I'm going to need a suit for this conference I'm going to, and then they don't do anything, and last minute they're at Nordstrom, like just scrambling for anything they can find. And I try to, let's plan ahead. Let's avoid that last minute purchase that doesn't fit and is very expensive.
I'm looking for the half a year man sale at Nordstrom's, and I am there, man. I beeline for that place. I wait for that last day for the extra, 15% discount. And then what I find that is it doesn't really fit that great.
It's not great.
Yeah.
You spent money on it and you only half like it.
Yes.
So,
yes. So this is exciting. I mean, you've got a bunch of stuff that you.
And the women's line is her name is Melanie. She's a local mom here in town, and she's a designer. This is her line, Ava Rose Designs.
Cool.
So she's new and. Beautiful clothing. I have Ava Rose on today.
Oh, you look beautiful.
It's super comfortable. It's American made, which I love, and it's a local, it's a local brand. So I'm really excited to partner up with her and bring on a women's line.
Cool. So you're a young entrepreneur. I mean, you're 4 months into the life of an entrepreneur.
Sure.
6 months, really.
Let's say 6.
6
Okay.
months. All right.
Yeah.
6 months of it. And so, what has been your biggest challenge so far?
My biggest, just trying to, because I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on marketing and campaigns and things like that, or a website. So I think it's, trying to stay on a small marketing budget. What I want is a website and all these bells and whistles and all of this, but that takes a lot of money up front.
Yeah, of course.
So kind of just having to slow myself down and just take those baby steps. I don't want to take on a loan. I really don't want investors.
Sometimes our ambitions are bigger than our budget.
Exactly. Well said. Well said.
You just have to kind of wait a minute. I don't
exactly.
Really, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
Is that your biggest frustration?
That's my biggest frustration. I want a new camera to take great photos of the clothes. I want, all of these things. And they'll come in time. They will. But.
Do you find that people, because what you're doing, I see the value of it, but it's taken me a couple of times to kind of hear about it, to say, okay, yeah, there is value. But most of us, men particularly, we don't think in those terms.
No,
is that the biggest challenge?
No.
To educate people that there is value here?
No, I think, like I'll have a guy in an office building, there's usually one guy in a law firm or an office building that gets it, that sees the value. So if I find that guy and I'm in that office delivering suits and shirts, everyone's like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like, your wardrobe just showed up all dry cleaned and ready to go for you for the week. I want that. So I don't find it a challenge. Like, if you're willing to listen, I don't push it. Like, this is what I have to offer. Ask questions. It might not be for you.
What comes next for you?
What comes next for me? So what next, I'm very excited to bring on the Ava Rose line. And we have this vision, I guess, to have a storefront with my friend that's a hairstylist at Dakota Chase is her salon. So we have this dream to have a storefront called The Modern Man's the name of our company. We want it to be like a full service concierge. You come in, you get your shave, a shoe shine, your clothes, one-stop shop, facials for men. Yeah.
Can't live without it.
You can't live without your facial. Those pores. Oh.
Wow! Stop the close-up right now, Taylor. But anyway, all right. So that's what you're looking for the future. So how long before we see the Modern Man
in Old Town Scottsdale?
In Old Town Scottsdale or at the Quarter? I think that the Quarter would probably.
That would maybe a second location there. I like the Old Town Scottsdale because we already have the space.
Nice.
The salon space. So that's huge, just to kind of, be able to have a girlfriend that's invested in me and believes in me.
Where do you get that passion as an entrepreneur? Because not all of us have it. I mean, some of us, we wake up every morning, we're like, yeah. Where do you get that passion?
I don't want to go back to the hospital.
Is that fear then? Is it fear what
No.
what drives you away
No,
from what you used to do?
You're only going to have that entrepreneurial passion if it's something you're passionate about. Like if you told me that I had to be passionate about solar energy, I think that solar energy is amazing. I know nothing about it. I think it's great. I couldn't get passionate about it. There are people that are passionate about it, and I'm thankful for them. But I feel good about what I'm doing because I think I'm good at it. It gives me a sense of pride. I want to share this, and then share this opportunity with other girls who may, have kind of the same drive for clothing or, want their husband to dress well.
Well, here's the thing. What happens with the show is that
Okay.
somebody out there is going to look at you and going to say, I'm also a nurse, or I'm also in a 9-to-5 job, or whatever their job is, that have this kind of dreams as you do, or as you in that frame of mind in which you were. I gotta take the step. I gotta find out for myself whether this is gonna work or not. And so you did. I mean, you just jumped off of the cliff, right? And you're growing wings.
White-knuckled.
Right, boom, boom, boom. And so that's the type of show that we are about. I mean, inspirational for other people. When you,
I hope I am. Yeah.
Rebecca Rose, man.
Rebecca Rose.
You're so awesome, man. You're really,
Thanks
really
for
unbelievable.
having me.
And just because of that, we're gonna give. I don't know. This is pretty stylish myself. Look
I
at
love this logo. I think it's great.
I think it's pretty cool,
Halloween's
right?
coming up. I think we shred the T-shirt. Tie it.
Shred what?
No, just on the sides, like cut it here and tie it up. No, I'm gonna make it look funky. It'll be good.
Oh,
I'm not
like,
gonna leave this pretty face. Just.
You trust the cutting and everything?
I do. I've learned to trust her.
Is it gonna
100%.
happen?
I never used to, but now
All right,
it's
well-
like she says jump and I say how high? How high?
You can do anything you want with this because you got style, baby.
Right.
But we want to see it. We want you to wear it.
Okay, I'll send you a pic. I'm gonna Rebecca Rose it, and then I'll send you a pic.
There you go. Like the before and after.
Yeah.
How about that?
Okay.
This is for you, dear.
Thank you. Thanks
Man,
for
we're
having
so
me.
happy. No, thank you. Thank you. Because this is a spirit. This is what this show is all about, man, and we're really happy. What we want to do, though, is because this interview with a bunch of other interviews, we're going to curate them at the end of next year.
Okay.
So there's going to be a lot of data that we're going to go through. But we want you to come back at some point and go, hey, I have a couple of storefronts and this is what's happening.
Oh,
We should
I
make
like
success,
that challenge.
man.
Yeah.
Heck yeah,
Measure
man.
my success. Yeah.
Measure my success with a style and measure me.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna measure you, and then you can measure me.
Well, I got a question.
Okay.
When you look at a person, you're like, okay, that's a 44 regular.
Sure.
What am I?
I would say like a 42 regular. Did I nail it?
Spot on, baby.
Yeah.
We're out.